Hello and welcome to this new video. In my last video I showed you my neural net strategy, which makes like gazillions of profits, and in this video I will show you how to create or port a TradingView strategy to Octane. It's quite simple, depends on the strategy, but in this case I guess it will be quite a quick thing. So I'm just here on TradingView on this strategies page, and I will just pick the first one here on trending. We have a VWAP strategy, so I will have it already here on the chart. I already looked at the code. Strategy is fairly simple. I will explain what it does. So where do we have an entry? So entry signal, we get it once we cross up the upper band. This green thing here, you can see we crossed it up, got our buy signal, and our sell signal, we get it once we cross down, where do we have it? This lower green line here, the lower upper band, we get our sell signal. So here we crossed it down, looks a bit weird here, and the same applies for the other side. Okay, so we already have a VWAP indicator here in our strategy blocks. So where is it? Our VWAP volume weighted average price. So let's just remove all of that stuff. So I just start with like adding the existing VWAP. And we also need something that does something with the VWAP, so we will use the evaluator data is crossing data. So what we need another one, we need the price. So we will use the price data source here. So we will just use the candle close. We don't need to plot it as we see it already. So we need, as a crossing value, we use the price. So the price will cross our VWAP. And in this case, we will, so I already added the code that was missing. So in our case, so this is the code base for the VWAP. This is what we had earlier here in the settings part, and I added here a switch to enable the upper bands, the lower bands, and some settings here. So this is the standard deviation. It's the same from the TradingView thing. And here I register indicator data outputs so we can make use of that data. So lower band 1, lower band 2, upper band 1, upper band 2. So this is the part for the settings. And this part here is actually where we create the data. So we have a function here that calculates our VWAP and also gives us already the standard deviation data. And I basically just had to add this part here where we do a little bit of math. So the formula from the indicator is also pretty simple. So we use our VWAPs history, and we add standard deviation multiplied by our multiplier that we had above in the settings, and this is for the upper band 1, and the upper band 2 is just like twice the standard deviation times like our multiplicator, and basically the same for the other side. And here we just save our data so we can use it 1, 2, and same here 1, 2. And with this additional code we can go back to the user interface. So now with my changes we have here additional settings. So we will just make the long strategy first. So we will just enable our upper band, and the multiplicator is the same as in this other one. So here we can use the lower band. So our entry strategy will be the lower band once we cross it up. So here we have cross up. I will not add a delay. Let's remove this one. and plug it in. And we also need to do something with the signal, so let's use our all-in-one order block here. We'll plug it into our signal, and guess we will disable the stop loss and disable the take profit. Position size, we'll just use something simple based on the available account size. And yeah, we will just go with that. So we now have an entry and not an exit. So let's see what we got here. So there were a couple of issues I needed to fix meanwhile, so everything should be fine now. I changed it a little bit. I looked at this strategy. As you can see at the start of each VWAP change, so here we have like, I think a weekly or monthly VWAP, and whenever the VWAP is like beginning a new month, the standard deviation is very tight and gives you like thousands of signals. So instead I used a rolling VWAP. So here I used a custom time range for 200 is like 1 month approximately of VWAP, but we have a rolling one, so it never starts fresh. It always just uses the last month that it has on each candle. As you can see, we get way fewer signals. We still have some. If we look, zoom into here, let's make it a little bit bigger. If we zoom here, yeah, we got a couple of false signals, but that's basically the only one here. But we can remove those signals if we just add a delay here. I think maybe 1. Let's see. Okay, 1 is gone. Yeah, we just put it to 2, then it should be better. Okay, so now we have the entry condition. So now we need to define exit. We'll use this block to get our exit signal, and we also need the crossing thing again. So whenever this cross happens, we want to exit, and we use the price data as well. And instead of the upper band, so instead of using the upper band 2, we use the upper band 1 and plug it into here. And then we should be good, I guess. I will run a backtest now to see what we got. And let's change the color here. Let's use a different one. Yeah, I will start a backtest and then we dig into the results of it. Okay, there still were some issues, so I forgot to change this to cross down. So whenever we cross down the green band, we get those purple exit signals. If we're not in the trade, then we just do nothing. So green is entry and purple is exit. So here entry, here exit, here entry, no exit yet. Here entry, there's the exit. So looks pretty nice. Will show you also how to start the backtest. So strategy is ready. Just go here to backtest. I will just use the whole history and click on start. We'll download the data, and once I'm finished, I will be back. Okay, so our backtest is finished and it looks pretty dang nice. So we made like 700% gains with just spot here. And I think we don't even use the full position size yet. So let's take a look what we got. So entry, and we exit here, we enter here, and we exit with a loss. Enter here, and we exit here. We also enter a little bit in between. Looks pretty nice. Here we have a loser, kind of a break even, another break even, some losses. What do we have here? Yeah, also quite some losses here. Then, yeah, it seems to be performing the best in like bull markets, so what a surprise. But looks pretty good, so nice. So this is basically how you can create strategies. So in my case, yeah, I needed to code a little bit of stuff that was missing before, but you don't need to. Like if you, there are like tons of indicators already here. If you get your way with that, it's also pretty easy to do. And yeah, you can just code your own indicators or other blocks if you are able to code. And if you're not, you can also just post in the Discord feature requests if you miss something. I'm also happy to add new stuff according to your needs. So yeah, looks pretty nice, and I hope you liked it, and let me know if you have questions, ideas, and yeah, join Discord, like, subscribe, and see you next time.